Hello second year students, we are proceeding just now for practical of cultivation of yeast. Yeast, you know that they are unicellular fungi and they can be found in different natural samples and various habitats on the earth. Especially they are found to be related with the fruits and decay of fruit. Also they are found in curd and certain deteriorations. So first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to select one particular media plate, and that will be our potato dextrose agar, or we can also use glucose yeast extract agar. So any of these media will do, and with the help of this media plate we are going to isolate the yeast culture. First of all, we will collect the sample. So this is our sample. You can see very nicely it is the sample of the fruit juice in which the presence of yeast is suspected. So what we are going to do now, from this particular fruit juice we are going to make the suspension with the help of nichrome wire. So I am just now sterilizing the nichrome wire, allow it to cool for some time, and then after I will make the suspension with the help of nichrome wire. First of all, I will take little amount of fruit juice in the sample, and then after I am adding it in the distilled water blend. So now my suspension is ready. Now I am going to use this suspension for sticking my media plate. So again we will sterilize the nichrome wire, and then after we are going to see the uh, sticking method. Okay, so it has already now sterilized. Now it is cooled also. Now we are using this suspension which we have already prepared just now, and little amount is taken on the tip of the nichrome wire. Now I will use this media plate. So before I proceed for isolation or sticking, Manoj bhai bana ko to marker. I have to make the sectors. Usually we work with the 3 sectors, 1, 2 and 3. So it will give you very good type of isolation. So now I have given the name of the sectors 1, 2 and 3. I will show you that how I made these sectors, and then after. So these are the sectors. This is our sector number 1, sector number 2 and sector number 3 is bigger one. Okay. So now I am going to take sector number 1. I will open this petri dish media plate in the nearby area of flame. Now I am opening it and sticking it in the first sector. So I am making the very close stalks. You can see very nicely how I am sticking. Now I will again close the lid, and then I will again open the second sector, and in the second sector also I will try to stick it properly by making the very close stalks. So now my second sector is also sticked properly. Now I will go for third sector. So I am opening the plate now and sticking in the third sector, which is bigger one, and you will get more space for sticking very nicely. So this is the way how I have done my sticking completed. Now again I will sterilize the nichrome wire, and then after I will proceed for the next step, that will be incubation. Now I am going to incubate this media plate of potato dextrose agar at room temperature, because they do not require high temperature for their growth, and at lower temperature, that is at room temperature, they can grow very nicely within 2 days. You can see very nicely. Now the sectors are very clear to you. This is sector number 1, sector number 2 and sector number 3. Okay, so this is the way how we have inoculated our plate. Now we'll keep this media plate at room temperature for 2 days. Now the results which we obtain, okay, already the work is done. After 2 days we are going to see these type of colonies of yeast. You can see very nicely, okay. The colonies which are whitish in color, they are of our yeast culture, okay. You can see very nicely bigger colony are there which are little bit whitish in color, so they are our yeast cultures. So now what is to be done? First of all, we will mark the colony with the help of our glass marker pen. So this is the colony I am going to mark properly. I am making the round around the growth of the colony. You can see very nicely like this, okay. So this is the colony which I have selected. Now I will carry out gram staining from this colony. And before I proceed for gram staining, I will write down the colony characteristics from size to color, okay. The size is big, shape is round, margin is entire, okay. Then color is white or dirty white in color. Then elevation is slightly raised. You can see from the side of the plate, you can say it is slightly raised, okay. Then opacity is, it is completely opaque, you cannot see through, and that will be the result of colony characteristics. Now I will proceed for gram staining. I will again make the suspension out of this colony by touching a little growth of this colony and putting it in the distilled water blank again, okay. So now you can see that how I am going to proceed with this preparation of suspension from our pure colony, okay. So just you see. Now I have taken distilled water blank again new. My necrobier is already sterilized. Now I am taking this little amount of colony from this plate. You can see very nicely. Just I am touching the wire loop, and too much of the growth has already come in my loop. And now I am igniting the new sterile distilled water blank and making the suspension. Now I will rotate it properly, shake it properly to get the yeast cells mixed with the distilled water properly. And now I will take a slide and make the slide. Glass slide upon.
So
glass slide. So you can see that our suspension is ready now, okay. Because it will have very less amount of yeast cells, it will look transparent to you. So there will be some presence of yeast cells. Now we are going to prepare the gram staining from this particular pure culture. First of all, I will mark my slide properly like this, where I want to make the smear. You can see very nicely that this is the marking I have done. And now I am going to utilize this. All the best. Now I have already marked this slide, and on the opposite side of the slide I am going to prepare the suspension. Prepare the smear with the help of suspension. Now I have taken some material from my already prepared suspension. I am making the smear on the area which I have marked on the glass slide. Properly. I am making the smear properly. Smear is already done. Now I will allow it to air dry for some time. So keep it in the slanting position so it will get dried very immediately in the air. So natural drying is very important. You don't have to dry your slide by some other means. It is already dried now. So now what I am going to do, I am going to heat fix my smear. So passing through the flame for 3 times will fix your cells to the slide. 1, 2 and 3. So my heat fixation is already done. Now I am going to use the gram staining reagents. You know that first of all we are going to utilize gentian violet, grams gentian violet for 1 minute. Then after we are going to apply iodine solution for 2 minutes. Then after we are using decolorizer and decolorizing the smear, and then after we are applying the safranin for 15 minutes. So at the end of the gram staining we are going to do again microscopy and we are going to find out that whether they are gram positive or gram negative. Okay. Definitely and without any doubt it is very clear to us that all in all yeast cultures are gram positive in nature. Okay. So now you can take this slide for your gram staining purpose. You can carry out gram staining, you can do the microscopy, and then after you will get the very beautiful result in the focus or in the, you can say, smear which you have already focused properly. So here one thing I want to clarify to you, that whenever you are doing microscopy, how yeast cells will be formed. You can adjust your slide by using 10x and then after by 45x, and also with the help of 100x you can see the bigger type of yeast cells which are much more bigger than the size of the bacteria. So there is no problem at all whenever you are dealing with the yeast cells. You can see these yeast cells by using any type of microscopic lens. Okay, so that is very important. You can see this result of isolation of yeast cultures properly. In both the place we got the result. Little contamination is there, but we have to avoid that contamination and we have to find out our pure culture. Okay, so this is we have done for isolation, and also we are able to identify the culture of the yeast on the basis of their morphological characteristics when we will do the microscopy. Now while we are doing microscopy we have to be very sure that we observe and notice the size and shape of the yeast cells, and also we are able to find out the method of reproduction they have. So usually whenever we are dealing with the genus Saccharomyces, we are able to get very bigger type of spherical or to long oval shape of cells which shows extreme process of budding. Okay, so many different cells which are undergoing budding process, you are able to notice many buds will be there, many mother cells will be there, and some mother cells are already connected to their buds, and you can see that different type of arrangements are found because of the reproduction process. Okay, in case of Saccharomyces genus we are going to see multilateral budding process going on, and multilateral budding process can be confirmed by different techniques. Okay, so that I will elaborate while I will teach you about the theory part of this practical. Okay, thank you so much.